We are going to start with door prizes, and I figured that that would be a good time for the dancers to get ready is while they're doing the door prizes, or however long you think it takes you to get ready in relationship to a couple dozen door prizes going out to the crowd. So the dancers will be on next. So door prizes and then dancers. Gonna sheesh.
Okay, so I didn't know I was going to be doing this, so I wasn't prepared. All I have is a Costco broccoli floret bag to pick from, but it's filled with evaluation forms, and I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who filled one out. It's really important feedback for the planning committee. And the first one goes to Jewel LeBlanc.
All right. If you can please raise your hand and say hi, Day. We have some delicious jelly donated by SOK.
And just so you know, we have 35 prizes. George Partlow, right there.
This one donated by Christine Paul. All right, next door prize is going to be these gorgeous, beautiful earrings that are donated by Mary Suits.
Oh, this is a blank one. Sorry. Gail Dabalutes.
All right, next we have a gorgeously beaded keychain donated by Christine Paul.
And that goes to Rose Demert.
Next prize we have up is this gorgeous, gorgeous beaded pen, another donation from Christine Paul. Goodness, sheesh.
And this goes to Bob Fagan. Bob? Where? Hey.
Next prize, we have another pair of gorgeous, gorgeous earrings. This one is donated by Victoria. Goodness, sheesh.
Mel Summer. You want to raise your hand?
All right, I know there's so many superheroes in here. Next up is this gorgeous four-line Wonder Woman t-shirt donated from Victoria's.
Ann Johnson.
Next up, we have a gorgeously, I think, etched like chocolate bar donated by SOK.
And that goes to Millie Hall. Millie.
All right, next door prize, we have a gorgeous Elizabeth Baratovich coin donated by from Rose Demert.
Aaron Rothkar. Aaron? Can you raise, are you here? Raise your hand. Okay, we'll save this for you.
Okay, next up for door prize, we have a gorgeous looking jar of jelly donated by Rachel Marino.
Shaya Dusty. Oh, in the back there. One more this round, and then we'll have 2 more rounds later.
Okay, we have another gorgeous pair of earrings donated by Victoria's.
And those go to Nancy Ratner.
Good evening. The song that we did is Kawuk, belonging to the Kiksadi. It's an outside song. Tonight, we're kind of doing what we did growing up in SNEP. We always started with an outside song, letting you all know that we are here and getting ready to dance for you guys. But before we get started, since we've been talking about the 50 years with SNEP, I am personally and with this group is dedicating this performance to the only instructor that is with us today still, and still is involved with the language and the culture. I want to recognize her. You know, she's put a lot in with us throughout the years, and she still helps. Claw, Ann Johnson, she's been with the program just as long as we have, and she's dedicated her life to the language, to teaching us the language, you know. So because a lot of our instructors are no longer with us, I want to recognize the one who is here tonight and with us, Ann Johnson. Ganashish Ann, for all your dedication to us. You know, you have been with us, and we look up to you to this day, and you will always be part of us. Ganashish. We will be entering on a Kagwantan Keituk Ashiyi. It's a one, normally now when you see dance groups coming in, they're coming into fast songs and exiting on fast songs. That wasn't SNP. We danced in, and you'll see that tonight. Like I said, we'll try to stick to what we did growing up in the Sitka Native education. Enjoy. The next dance song that we'll be doing is a men's style dancing. And this one is in memory of Dastia, belonging to the Oknachari, Guchish. Huh? Oh, there it is. As you can see, we were able to pull it together. If you were here this morning, you got to listen to former SNP students all the way back to originals, which I am. We have a few up here. Nancy, Eddie Douglas. Donna Lang. Larry Garrity is being a grandpa back there, so not dancing. Brian James. Dion was with Chuck running around in the program when it started. They were 3 years old, so even though she wasn't dancing, they were there. So Dion, Brady Howard. And myself, Ethel Williams. The rest of them have been in the program and are up here with us. You know, we talked about, I'm trying to give them a little bit of break, but we talked about what this program meant to us. And they got to hear from our hearts what we still carry today. And as you can see, we really haven't lost it. So I know all the elders who have gone on. I know that what they did and their vision, along with Yedi Kuka, Isabella Brady, their vision is strong right now, as you can see on the stage. You know, it's like some of us haven't been together to dance for a while, and it's here. You know, as long as we're here to carry it on. That's the focus here, is to carry on our culture, our dances, our language. And as long as you see one of us here, it'll still go on. The next song that we will be doing is a lady's song, Uksi.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to be like Dasakai and give everybody a little breather and just mention a couple of things as well. First off, just to let you know, we're about to do an invitational song. And so you're going to have a little bit of time to prepare yourself if you'd like to join us. And I know there's not a lot of space between the tables, but you could just do the best you can. Before we do the invitational song, I just wanted to give some props to the original Kajahin who are up here. I just asked them after the fire dish ceremony we did this afternoon if they would like to dance. And they were game. And I want to also mention that, these are the folks, Dasakai said, of course, that Chuck and I were just running around. We were just little kids. And so we were around them a lot, but they were the main performing group. And so they were the people that we looked up to. These are the folks who were drumming when I was a little kid who I looked up to. And Larry says that some of them carried me around everywhere that we went. I have no recollection of that, so I can neither confirm nor deny. He said that he kept telling them that if they didn't quit carrying me, I would never learn to walk. So I also wanted to mention that last song that we did, the ladies' song. It was one of my late grandmother's favorite songs as well. And I have brought out her diving raven dance shirt. We call them here in these parts. Other people call them tunics in other parts of the region. And also her frog robe again, which are clan At'u. And even though this is a performance and not ceremony, I just felt like it would be remiss not to bring her with us. And so those are put out here. Just to keep her here with us. And we're going to do this invitational as a blanket dance, some people call it, even though we prefer to call them robes, not blankets. And like I said the other night, if you have a spare $1,000 bill in your pocket that's just burning a hole and you want to bring it up here, please feel free to do that. But even if you don't have some bucks in your pocket that you want to donate, we'd really like it if you'd come dance with us. And the song is called Raven Peace Song. It was composed by Kawas-a, and it belongs to the Tluknach-Ari clan. And it's an invitational that has a cue so that you don't get up and start dancing right away. When you'll see some ravens come hopping out, and then the ladies will join in and they'll dance around the stage. Once you see them stop dancing in place and they start dancing around the stage, that's your cue to come and join us. I always like to tell tourists that it's the easiest invitational song in all of the cultures to do, because in some of the cultures you're trying to memorize a whole bunch of hand motions in like 1 minute, and this has no hand motions. So even if you have a little bit of anxiety about dancing, all you have to do is put your arms out like raven's wings and dance like you've got a little bit of a limp, just like a raven walks. And so it's always the way that people can show their appreciation for a dance group is to join in the invitational. So after you see everyone start dancing around, that's your cue to come and join us. And I will put my robe down on the stage for any donations anyone has that will go back to the Sharing Our Knowledge conference. Gulchish to everyone who joined in. If I could please get someone from the Sharing Our Knowledge Organizing Committee or someone from Outer Coast to come grab the donations so that they can be counted, so that I can reclaim my robe.
Huh? Ganachchish for all you who danced with us. You know, that's always been a fun song for us to do. Everywhere that we went, ending it on this and inviting the people that we are dancing for to come up and dance with us. And the places that we have been to, it's you see a lot of non-natives, but they did come up and they had fun, you know. And so a lot of times when we went to places where they'd never seen a native. I have dimples, and we're in Washington, D.C., and we turned around and we're talking. We always talk to each other when we turn around, and we'll laugh and stuff like that. And this couple came up behind us, were watching us, and they said, "Wow, we didn't know that Indians had dimples." I looked at the girls beside me, and I was like, "What?" You know, it's always been a natural thing for me, you know. So. But we've had some experience growing up and traveling all over and hearing some of the questions. And so this was always a fun dance song for us to do, to see and invite them. I hope that you guys enjoyed our short performance. We just wanted to give you guys just a little bit, you know, and say Gunachchish to you all for dedicating today to the Sitka Native Education Program, 50 years, and allowing us to show what we have done, what has come out of it, and what is still going on. And like I said before we started dancing today, tonight's performance was for our leader, our instructor who is still with us, Ann Johnson. So we will be, go ahead. So in honor of Glutchkla, we will be doing the Killer Whale exit song for Ann, as she is the mother of the killer whales. And once again, Gunachchish on behalf of all of us. We hope you appreciated and enjoyed this performance.
I wanted to mention that this also, we added this song as the exit in honor of Kiitlaa, and it's not one that was done in the early days of SNEP. It was taught to us by Matthew Fred in 1992 after celebration and permission was given by Judson Brown to use it here in Sitka. And even though it's not one of the original songs that the early Kajahin learned, we wanted to make sure that we added the song in so that we could honor our remaining instructor, Kiitlaa. And so the Daktawedi Nehu At Ashi will be our exit song. Okay. Okay, so we are proceeding with further program, I was asked by Lakota Hardin to mention that she was gifted a fire dish today by one of the recipients in memory of her late sister, Sharon McIndoe Daw. And she wanted to pledge $100 toward the next Sharing Our Knowledge conference in Sharon's memory. So we still have things on the program that we're trying to cover, and you can see I just got done dancing and now I'm all sweaty, so luckily I'm up here and you're far away, and we'll just keep going. We have some acknowledgments that we'll have acknowledgments throughout. We wanted to make sure that we thanked the different organizations and the different people who have provided food throughout the conference. And we would like to take a moment to thank Search. Yep. I don't know where the drum went. Somebody usually hits the drum, but it's okay, we're done dancing. So, Hatu Yayati. Edith and Our Town Catering. You guys did a good job of doing that one nice and loud, so hopefully they could hear you from out there. The Alaska Native Sisterhood Camp 4. And also before her travel, before she left the conference, also Rachel Marino helped with a lot of food for just, the day yesterday when we didn't have a provided breakfast, to make sure that there were goodies there for you all to have. My colleague and fellow organizing committee member, Skeo Dusa, made this list and gave it to me, and I am very sorry to report to our Outer Coast Skoonwan that he forgot to mention that the other day a handful of them came over to my house and made the 12 batches of fry bread that appeared over the last few days on the table for you. I could be biased, but I kind of feel like fry bread always gets a pretty loud applause. It's just how you know that you're in a room that the whole thing is about. Okay. And I forget what day that was. Oh, and for the warming of the hands the first night, the Skoonwan also had made the fish dip that was there to have to eat during the warming of the hands as well. At this time, if I can find her, I believe that Yeth Uchtla had a presentation that she was going to make.
So we wanted to speak now to something that has already come up in such a central and important way in this banquet and really over the course of this whole conference, which is that we'd like to honor once again on behalf of the committee, Dr. Uchtla, Dr. Keatla, Ann Johnson, who has been an incredible force for cultural revitalization in this community. It has been just an absolute honor beyond honor. How grateful we are to walk in your footsteps. It's just so amazing to work in this community and to feel Gouch Claw's presence everywhere, quietly, deliberately, carefully, seriously, joyously, sometimes a little bit teasingly, setting the way, setting the course, setting the example, giving that true feeling of the Anyat Kusani, of someone who just stands and gives presence in the room in a way that has set the tone for all of us who have been trying to work in any kind of education here in this community, especially in language and culture revitalization. You all saw how much love her former students had for her. I would say, too, that even people who have not been through the Sitka Native Education Program, like myself, like the students at Outer Coast, have all benefited from the work that she's done here in Sitka. And I know that's true for so many people in this community. And one of the things that she teaches is the importance of interconnectedness, of giving credit all around, of being part of a larger whole. And so because of that, we wanted to honor Gouch Claw not only with a gift for herself. We've made for her, I'm gonna show. Oh, it's all, you're gonna have to unwrap it, Gouch Claw. While she's doing that and keeping you all in suspense, we have gifts not only for her, but for her whole family who are here to support her. We're so grateful that you all are here. We know you're all a part of this incredible project and this incredible legacy. So what Gouch Claw has there is Tina on a Tsachti Seidi, a Devil's Club necklace that the committee has made there. And then for Anthony, Cariel, Jan, Alana, Ray, Tanya, Justin, Kajak, and Kung, we have Devil's Club necklaces for you all to commemorate this day. That is a day that I know that your whole family has worked to bring about. So, wasa, tlachwasa, gunafchish. And as I hand these out, I know that my inland mom here, Yeditchla, has a few words, and that Yedikuka also has a little bit to say. Gunafchish.
Dr. Gouch Claw, you have been a safe harbor for generations to learn Tlingit and Tlingit Kusti. You've taught with kindness and love. Hateach Islita, you've warmed our hearts. Gouch Claw, Kunach, Ega Itusichan, truly we love you. Gunulchish.
If I could just add to that, I was privileged to be a student of Gouch Claw from the time that I started in the Sitka Native Education Program as, I'd say when I was much smaller, but I'm still pretty small, so when I was much younger. And you know, I was talking to our Skoonwan, to our students here at Outer Coast, just as we're studying language, and I was telling them how privileged we were at the Sitka Native Education Program. We had instructors among us who were true unicorns, to find people who were native speakers of the language who also learned to master the orthography so that it could be taught to us, so that we could learn to read our songbooks and to learn some basic conversation, and to set the stage for us to learn those basic pieces of language so that if we wanted to go on and study further, that we had learned how to say some of those things that would help us to learn to pronounce more things down the road. And so I will say that she's been wonderfully supportive, but I will also say that even though I love having her around, and I hope she continues to want to spend time with us at Outer Coast, that as her student, it's a little bit intimidating when she comes to class. you know, when you have your teacher there, when you're trying to be a teacher as well. And also that I chickened out on joining the Tlingit Spelling Bee because she was in the audience. I didn't want to disappoint her by going out on some easy word like Sikh or something like that, and so I was all ready to enter and try to defeat Skeodissa if he had gone to try to defend his championship spelling from the last SOK, and yep, I was chicken. So, but I want to say that has nothing to do with the way that she approaches me or us at Outer Coast when she comes to observe and be a part of our class. And it's just, even though it is a little intimidating, it's such a privilege that she continues to be so committed to being in Indigenous spaces and continues to willingly just come volunteer in Indigenous education. So, gunalchish.
When I was telling her about this event, I said, this is going to be a banquet to honor you, and she asked me what it was going to look like, and I said, we're just going to stick you right in the middle of the room, and you're going to be the only person sitting, and everyone else is going to serve you. And she turned to my inland mom and said, I don't believe what he says usually. But I wonder if in this moment we might all make my prediction come true and leave Guchtla the only person sitting in this room as we give her a round of applause for everything that she's done.
At this time, also, I believe that Sergey Khan has a presentation that he would like to make at this time. So please welcome to the stage Sergey Khan.
Once again, we would like to, as a SOK Planning Committee and Outer Coast working together, we would like to honor the first generation of SNAP students, Charlie Joseph's students, Charlie's Angels. And we're going to start with Ethel Williams. We have them say Hade. They have to say Hade?
Well, or they can just raise their hand.
Okay. Brian James. Larry Garrity. And my favorite, partner of my nephew, Ed Young, Nancy Douglas. And also, last but not least, is my granddaughter, Donna Lang. She's not in the room, but as we already quoted Charlie Joseph this morning, as when he said that his students, who are also his grandchildren, are like the abalone earrings that men used to polish before they went to their ceremonies. the abalone earrings made those who wore them proud, and Charlie often said that his students were his abalone earrings, and I think it's a beautiful metaphor.
We would like to call Rose Demmert to the stage next, please. And I will, in the interest of trying to keep the program moving, I'll talk about her while she's working her way up here. And as we were doing our Sharing Our Knowledge conference organizing committee meetings, and as the time started to get closer, we realized that those of us based here in Sitka on the committee were few and far between. And so we
Almost made it.
She said no one else. She said no one else had to come all the way up here. And we realized, that we were, as far as the organizing committee, there were only a few of us based in Sitka, and the load was starting to get a little bit heavy as the time for the conference was approaching, because there are a lot of things that need to be done in the community where the conference is actually happening. And so when we were plotting in our meeting and thinking about, who those kind of people are in our community who just get stuff done, Rose's name naturally came up, and as usual, she didn't disappoint. And so we'd like to honor Rose for all of the help that she's come in with at the 9th hour as we were beginning to feel overwhelmed. So we cannot say thank you enough. Gunalchish.
Rose, like your partner in crime, Rachel, you're the girl who can make anything. So we weren't sure what to give you, except also a little box of Maker's Treasures. We have trade beads in here. We have Devil's Club beads. We have sinew. We have a glass bowl, and we have a deer hide for you. Goodness, cheese.
It just occurred to me that there are also two very important people who were not formally affiliated with SNAP, but who often came to Sitka to record Charlie's speeches and other elder speeches. It's thanks to them that we have Charlie's life history in the book Hakustii, and those were Nora and Dick Downhauer. And we don't have presents for them, and I don't think that's necessary. The memory of those two wonderful people who were also some of my best friends in Tlingitani, I miss them very much. I want to mention them and those books that they created, that we call classics of Tlingit oral literature. They are classics. And I'm happy to add that the last volume, even though both of them are now in the better world, the last volume of that series that they worked on, the Raven Stories, is about to come out. So, and I especially want to acknowledge her brother, her younger brother, and nephew, and anyone else whom I may not know who are related to Nora, and of course Dick as well.
Okay, next we're going to have Jocelyn come up and she's going to do some more door prizes. And then we do have some more acknowledgements that we definitely need to do this evening. And we know that, you were all just really well fed. And then some of you danced that invitational pretty hard and you might be starting to do the nod. And so we appreciate you continuing to be with us as we make sure that all of the folks who need to be recognized get recognized this evening, and for sticking with us. So we'll have some door prizes and then some more acknowledgements. Sheesh.
Okay, the first door prize we have is some cottonwood salve made fresh today, donated by Bob Sam.
Renee Wheat. Renee, are you here? Raise your hand. Are you here, Renee? Okay.
Next door prize are these gorgeous, gorgeous earrings donated by Mary Suits.
Madison Rocks Mercer.
All right, next we have another gorgeously etched chocolate bar donated by SOK.
Leandra Morelli. Leandra? Oh, okay.
She flew home, but I can take it to her.
The next door prize we have is a gorgeously beaded pen donated by Christine Paul.
Bridget Reynolds. Bridget? Okay. So.
Okay, next prize we have a gift card to Sacred Grounds.
So that's a Juneau coffee shop. So let's see if the person who gets it is a resident of Juneau. Iris Klingler. Iris.
Wonderful. Next, we have this bag of goodies donated by Kasey Naomi Michelson and Kayani Shawet Trixie Bennett.
Oh, gosh. Sorry, I'm losing track. Dave Hunsicker.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, we have this beautiful, beautiful book, Yelka Kuratanka Hidi, donated by Guinness Cheesh, donated by Gold Belt Heritage Foundation.
Yaktushi Bradley.
Can she double check that Yakdushi? My name is also Yakdushi. Our next door prize is a gorgeous rainbow pair of earrings donated by Mary Suits.
Well, here's somebody who had a lot to say but didn't leave their name. Marcia Strand.
All right, our next door prize, we have a gorgeous pair of earrings that were donated by Denise E. Roy, and I believe she said these are beaver fur on them. Hoo-hoo.
Sarah Ferenczi. Sarah?
So for Sarah, we have this very sweet moose hide beaded mitt, donated by SOK and made by Sarah Williams.
Oh, another blank form. I mean, I have to pull it out. Corey Paget. Corey?
Okay, we have another gorgeous chocolate bar donated by SOK.
Claire Hill. Right here.
Okay, next is jam and pepper jam and glaze, donated by Rock Peterson.
Kayla McCutcheon. Kayla?
Sorry, a previous winner. Corey, if you're in the room, could you please raise your hand so we can deliver your prize to you? Okay, Gwyneth Cheesh.
Garrett Faulkner. Where's Garrett? Yay, Garrett.
Okay, our next door prize, we have these gorgeous, bougie auntie-looking hoops donated by Victoria's.
And this goes to Frida Westman.
Our next door prize, we have an Elizabeth Peradovich coin donated by Rose Demmert.
Dash to Annie Calkins. So I think, how many people think we should make this present to win? Must be present to win. And the reason I'm saying that is because the gifts are not huge, and the postage is going to be more than some of the gifts. So we'll just recycle the ones that haven't been picked up. So. Well, no, that's going to go to Katie Bunn Marcuse.
Next is another beautifully beaded moose hide mitt made by Sarah Williams and donated by SOK.
Linda Carroll. Linda?
Linda, could you please raise your hand? Goodness, sheesh. All right, next door prize, we have another goodie bag donated by Kasey Naomi Michelson and Kayani Shawat Trixie Bennett.
Kirsten Karsunke. Kirsten?
Next, we have some cottonwood salve donated by Bob Sam, and a tremendous amount of work goes into making these salves.
And this goes to Darlene C.
All right, we have yet another amazing goodie bag donated by Kasey Naomi Michelson and Kayani Shawat Trixie Bennett.
Kathy Lee. Kathy?
And another beautiful bag donated by Kasey Naomi Michelson and Kayani Shawat Trixie Bennett.
Tommy Jimmy Jr. All right.
Okay, this is the final door prize. Can I have a drum roll for a big reveal? Ready? Bam! Okay, these are gorgeous, gorgeous woven earrings donated and made by the Dolly Garza.
And the winner of the grand prize is Jasmine James.
Y'all are really loud, and I taught high school for 25 years. 25 years. We would like at this time to do some recognitions for the folks who helped with the ceremony on the first night for the warming of the hands. And, some feedback that people have given, in recent years is that they'd like to see a little bit more information and or the traditions themselves at the conference. And so it's something that has been worked in recent years and that we're going to keep working toward. And so we can't make those happen without clan leaders and spokespersons for clans or clan houses. And so we have presentations that Skeudusa will be delivering out to the folks who we're recognizing. Kinkau Dunik, Paul Marks. Leotu Ish, Herman Davis, is he still here? Or did he come? And then I haven't seen them this evening, or maybe they have left, but we also have for Yenshka Uwu, Harvey Kitka. Did he come? Well, Harvey, you look so different. And And also Shkawashyesh, is he still here? Well, I will make sure it gets to him and it won't stay in my Raven's tail bag at all. For my uncle, Ralph Brady. And we just really appreciate folks for their support in bringing these elements in so that we can make sure that, we're being as traditional as we can while also teaching folks more and more about our traditions so that, as I said earlier, people can feel comfortable in these indigenous spaces and in these ceremonial spaces. So, Gurchish Tlain to those folks who made that possible.
All right, Gunneth Chish. Right now, I'd like to share with you all those who made a donation to the SOK conference in memoriams. So I have a donation of $50 in memory of Betty Westman, Victor Ward, and Gabe Meacham, donated by Frida Westman. Can we just... donation in memory of Ed Coons, donation of $50 by Koos Een. $100 donation in memory of Ethel Lund, donated by Stu Ock, Iris Klingler. Donation in memory of Alex Caesar, donated by Ann Fuller in the amount of $50. A donation by Emily Moore in the amount of $100. Donation in memory of Mary Caesar of $50, donated by Toon Jackie Daly. $100 donation in memory of Chastanch Charles DeWitt, Jehake Edwin DeWitt, Kacha T. Forrest DeWitt Jr., Hinok Tak Forrest DeWitt Sr., and Kana Wu Tlain Jonathan Cookie DeWitt, donated by myself. $100 donation in memory of Kanatsu Sue Bellardi, donated by her daughters. $100 donation in memory of Matushka Emily Williams Stashas, donated by Nos Shock Aaron Brackle. $100 donation in memory of Michael Williams Kastas, donated by Nos Shock Aaron Brackle, $100. $100 donation in memory of Betty Westman, donated by Barbara Searles. $50 donation in memory of Nicole Denise Richard, donated by Maxine Richard. $50 donation in memory of Martin Stroud Jr., donated by Marcia Stroud and family. And Huchuwe Gunneth Chish to all those who donated to the conference. Atlain Gunneth Chish.
Next, we have some gifts for our keynote presenters. And, as usual, just when it comes to travel in Alaska, not everybody can stay for the full conference, but we'd still like to acknowledge all of them. And Skeodusa, ever since Rose pointed out that nobody else had to come up on the stage, we'll run them out to folks. Okay. Jermaine Ross Alam. Is he here? Okay. Okay. Misha Jackson. And playing the part of Sonia Scan will be Anyhow, this one's for Sonia Scan, but we are giving it to Yakdusha to bring back to her. And she also assures me that it will not get lost anywhere in her octopus bag. We have one for Emil Nadi as well, who was not able to stay for the duration of the conference, but we would still like to acknowledge him. Does this say Paul? And Paul Berg. At this time, we would like to make some acknowledgments to the folks who, the different organizations who have made the conference possible. I know that people, who are coming from other places had to find ways to pay their travel in and registration, but also, it was a 3.5-day conference. 4 days if you stay for the boat trip. And so it's not without the generous support of different organizations that we'd be able to basically provide all of these different opportunities for folks to come and learn different things. And so I know it's written in your program, but also I know not everybody, reads everything that they're given. Larry. That's my partner, by the way, who's doesn't read my texts all the way through, so then he gets half of it and then doesn't do the other half that I ask. So I just want to acknowledge these folks. Sciatica Incorporated. Okay, I was just going to wait and let you all have a rousing round of applause at the end, but he's also on the Sciatica board, so he foiled my plan. We will go through the whole list. Douglas Indian Association, Gold Belt Inc., Hatu Yayati, Sea Alaska Corporation, National Science Foundation, Sea Alaska Heritage Institute, Allen Marine, Sitka Tribe of Alaska, Outer Coast, Search, Herring Protectors, Alaska Airlines, KTOO, Central Council of Tlingit and Haida Indian Tribes of Alaska, which we all, nobody ever calls it that, Tlingit and Haida. Okay. Only outsiders say CCTHITA, am I right? Okay. Sheldon Jackson Museum, Sitka Chamber of Commerce, as well as the many individual donors and volunteer workers. Atlain Gulchish to all of these organizations. And you can't do a dance, a blanket dance or a robe dance without announcing the amount that is going to be going to the recipient. And so being donated to the Sharing Our Knowledge Conference Organizing Committee for whatever needs we still have is $923. I swear we didn't arrange the Sitka-wide internet outage and then tell you all to bring cash just so that we could do all these blanket dances. Okay, at this time, I would like to call up our Outer Coast Skoonwan.
And Emily.
And Emily.
And Sutuk, would you like to come up now? Sutuk? Yeah. And Sejok. And Yakdusha.
This has been a very wonderful, wonderful conference, and we could not have done it our organizing committee is only 14 people, and many of us are kind of old. So we have this wonderful group of people, the students from Outer Coast, and they are kind, and they are smart, and they are curious. Those three things are going to take you far. Thank you.
As you can see, they're very curious. No, you can tell from the way they have handled all of us throughout these 4 days. They're everywhere. They're everywhere at your elbow. Do you need help? Do you need a glass of water? Would you like some coffee? I think you need some coffee. Can I carry your stuff? Can I carry you? Can I? So gonna cheese wáan, gonna cheese clean.
And could we please have all the staffalty up? Outer Coast staffalty.
Some work Outer Coast did.
Yeah.
Maybe after she finishes.
Okay.
Just for fun, Rose Demert can come up too.
Sikudzi ka tutla'ani skunwan ka staffalty. Amazing and kind students and staffalty, staff, teachers. You gave so generously, and you always gave with a smile. You held everybody up, and Sitka and all of us are just simply blessed to have every single one of you. Goodness cheese.
There's something I wanted to mention about Outer Coast. There's a custom that we did in the past when we did ceremonies and events like this. The custom is we would go up to the cemeteries and clean them up. Today, Outer Coast students for the last 2 years have been restoring the cemetery that's located behind this college that has founding members of the Alaska Native Brotherhood and the Alaska Native Sisterhood Grand Camp. And they also have members of Central Council, founding members of Central Council of Tlingit and Haida, and it's also known as the Cottage Cemetery. All the former students that once went to this college, Outer Coast students restored over 100 graves, over 100 headstones that were neglected and forgotten. These students took it upon themselves to lift up those headstones, wash them, clean them, to make paths and restore the cemetery located in back of this college. So I would really like the audience to give a standing ovation for the work that Outer Coast has done for our ancestors and say thank you for what you have done. These are my family.
Thank you for taking care of my dad.
Okay, at this time, we would like the rest of the we'd like the rest, of the Sharing Our Knowledge Conference Organizing Committee to make their way to the stage. And while they're doing that, I would just like to recognize we're going to be doing an exit song to close the program tonight. And typically throughout the course of the whole school year, the Skoonwan take Tlingit dance as part of their arts seminar class that we do, and they also learn to do beadwork and some basic cedar weaving, and they made kasbuks, our students last year did, and so there are a lot of things that are on the docket for the year, but we had a thing throughout August and the beginning of September that was called Fishing Term, in which they took 2 intensive classes to get 6 credits in the month of August and September. And so we hadn't started Indigenous Studies and Arts Lab in earnest yet. And so they've only had, I think, 1 or 2 sessions of dance so far this year, and we're informed that they would be dancing today. And then I asked Matthew which song we should do, and he picked a song that we've done in some summer seminars before that some students have been at. We've done in the last couple of years sometimes, but it was kind of new to the folks this year, and it's the one that Machik chose. And it just, before we were getting started with dinner, it just warmed my little Grinch-sized heart to see them outside with the YouTube, since we finally have data, on their phones, watching the introduction of how they're supposed to dance it and listening to it to try to get the song down. And I will just say that they always bring that energy to the things that they do, and it's such a privilege to be a part of Outer Coast. And so the Outer Coast Skoonwan faculty and also our organizing committee will be dancing an exit for you to the Kix Adi exit song. And I just wanted to mention that I'm still on the fence about whether I'm giving my partner a pass on this one, because he says he's old and he doesn't dance anymore. Because he isn't a formal member of our faculty for Outer Coast, but he willingly volunteers his time to come teach dance. He's not strong-armed at all by his partner to come in and do that. And so I'm still on the fence about whether he's allowed to sit it out, since he's kind of honorary faculty.
But wait, Machik Hagu, Yedikuka Hagu. These are the organizing committee's boots on the ground in Sitka, who have, with help from lots of people, really put the conference together. So on behalf of the organizing committee, if I may, we thank you. Goodness cheese,
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, this is the end, and I guess we're all going to dance, and then I guess we're going to dance out. They just tell me what we're doing. I really appreciate all of you, even in times, when we've kind of had glitches. The feeling is supportive, and let's go with whatever is happening. The sharing of your of knowledge and the sharing of yourselves, the personal contributions and the personal spirit that you shared. That's way beyond chit-chat. There was real knowledge and personal spirit shared, and I think it made this an especially rich conference. And we are done.
Yakdusha, will you grab the clan drum and come help, please? Ganesh. And other, if there are Sitka Kwan dance members in the audience who know this song, and or other folks who might not be in Sitka Kwan but have been listening to the playlist so that they can hold up the Kiksadi and know the song, please feel free to help sing. It's the Kiksadi exit song. Ganesh.
you.